what I want to do this morning is, on behalf of the staff of Wallace, I want to wish you every future success and every future happiness. Today is in many ways the end of an era for you. I hope for most, if not all of you, you've enjoyed your time here at Wallace. You feel like you've achieved your goals, that you've met your potential, and you leave us today, albeit with a little bit of sadness, but well equipped for your adult lives and your next steps. Because that's what we're here for, and that's what we want for you. The last 15 months have been unlike any other period of time, certainly in my lifetime, and I would imagine in yours as well. But you have navigated a pandemic, lockdowns, quarantining, social distancing, mask wearing, first CAGs to your ASs and now CDGs for your A2s. Of each of you, we're very proud as a school community, and we say thank you and well done. The really challenging times in life, as you reflect perhaps going forward, tend to be those during which we each face adversity, not of our own making, but things that are sometimes feel like they're outside of our control. And the last 15 months have felt like an extended period of adversity, I know, for many of you. But you have demonstrated remarkable resilience, focus, dedication, and you've done so with good humour and a positive attitude, so well done. You'll each be successful and happy in life if you remember just how well you've coped during these past 15 months. As I said at the beginning, this is the end of an era for you. For some, you've had 14 years at Wallace, for others 7, and I remember this year's prep class with immense fondness. I've known many of you and your parents right from primary 3. So today for me too is the end of a very happy era. As you each look back in future years on your time in Wallace, I very much hope that you will do so in a way which reflects on your friendships in school and that you've maintained after you've left. And I also hope that looking back, you'll have a recognition of the immense efforts made by all the staff here to give you every opportunity to do your best, to be successful and to be happy. So thank you to each of you for all you have given back to school, how you've shared your talents on the extracurricular field in many different ways. And for the words of thank you to your teachers and staff over the past few weeks in particular, and for living the school values of commitment, opportunity, respect and excellence during your time here. It has been my pleasure to be your principal. Please enjoy your day, keep in contact, and remember that at Wallace we're always here for you.
It's for the
Yep, exactly.
Alright. So, 2 years ago I stood here just after just before you got off your GCSEs. And I found that speech that time very easy to write because I think deep down we all knew that we'd be back here again today, although not in these circumstances. Alright, this time around the feeling is very different. Alright, it's definitely very exciting. Alright, there will be a few tears, especially whenever you see the photographs, I'm sure. But we're almost now at that point where we release you back out into the wild just to see how you go. Alright, this short speech I divided up into 2 parts. So the first part is how did we get here? The second part is where are we going next? In September 14 years ago, Apple launched their iPod Touch. Gordon Brown became Prime Minister. Liverpool, not unsurprisingly, were top of the league. And you all began a journey that we finished this year. Your mums and dads probably all dropped you off at primary school, cleaned your face with a dirty handkerchief, waved goodbye, probably shed a tear behind your back about how you'd all become so big. Right, you certainly weren't babies anymore. Fast forward 14 years, your mums and dads are still crying because of the cost university's going to have on them, and there's a fair chance that you also might shed a tear whenever you see the presentation. Right, I don't think we could survive so long without showing tremendous commitment to everything that you've done in this place. So from your P1 teacher right through to your teachers today, they have all played their part. Right, the standards that we expect in school are very high, and I know that it hasn't been easy for you all the time. But time and time again, you find a way to balance everything going on, and you've achieved so much. At some time in the last 14 years, or 7 just if you've not been through our prep, you've all taken advantage of the many opportunities Wallace has to offer. Right, many of you have learned to play your first musical instrument here, speak your first foreign language. Many of you have scored your first goal or saved your first penalty. Many of you have made your first speech or sang on stage. Hopefully some of you will continue to do these things long after you've left here. Maybe someday you'll reflect back and remember where it all began for you. In 10 years' time, there's a chance you might not remember all the prize winners from year 8 or all the people who picked up attendance awards. But what you will remember are all the clubs that you were a part of, all the trips and tours you went on, all the friendships that you forged along the way, and all the funny stories that we as staff probably should never hear. As a year group, alright, we've been astounded by the respect that you have shown for your school, for your teachers, and for each other all the time. Alright, even in the 2 days last week, we were really impressed by the respect that you showed for the place. For 7 years, you've lived by the rules of the school, and I know at times we have had fallings out, but generally you've been a really settled group. This past one I couldn't wish for more. You've always tried to support each other as much as you can. When times have been tough for you personally, and when you've needed friends around you to help, your friends have always been there for you. There have been countless times people have come to Miss Pascal or myself because they've been worried about somebody else in the year, which we're very pleased to see. Friendships and social interactions are one of the most important aspects of school life, and there is definitely a widespread belief that school friendships are truly unbreakable. The academic standards that you've set for yourselves have been very high. And as far as it's hard to believe, some of you are actually the brightest young minds this country has to offer. You are the future of this country, incredibly. Not all of you. Right? You will be the doctors that we bring our children to when they get sick. You will be the accountants that help us retire in our early 40s. You might be the scientists that help develop the next vaccinations should there ever be another pandemic as we've been going through the last couple of years. We've already seen some of you representing your country on the international stage. We have YouTube sensations, we have champion debaters, we have some of Northern Ireland's finest young musicians. Right? You've all helped in one way or another to enhance the reputation of the school, and for years to come, you'll be the ones to carry the Wallace name forward. As a group, you've achieved so much, but like all good things though, they have to come to an end. And whilst you might be sad about this chapter of your lives finishing, you should be incredibly excited about the next chapter of your lives beginning. If you're concerned about Miss Pascal and I, please do not, we will survive. Alright, you've grown us very much like a fungus. In the same way, we hope that we've helped you at different times. You've certainly made a big impression on us, alright, and how rewarding the job can actually be. We move back to year 9 next year and we start all over again. So in 6 years' time, 7 years' time, apologies, we'll be back up to this again. Probably using the same speech actually. Well, already we're asking ourselves, who will be the ones getting caught doing silly things? Now, not mentioning any names, but who will be the ones getting caught doing inappropriate things on their iPads? Who will be the ones caught throwing grapes in the lake? Who will be the ones learning to ride a bike on German trips? Who will be the ones taking up the megaphone next time we make it to the King's Spa? Right, who knows who they'll be? We'll certainly remember you not for doing those things. As far as you're concerned, when August comes around, you'll all come in here, you'll meet up, your teachers will wish you well, and you will start the next step on your journey. After that, because of the school spirit that we have, you'll be the next generation of people to come back and support all the different school events as they happen. If I was a wiser man, I'd have some pearls of wisdom to pass on to you about leaving school. When I left school, it took me a while to work out what exactly it was I wanted to do, and truth be told, I'm still wondering if I've made the right choice. But in truth, there's no one piece of advice that would suit everyone. But what I will say is, everybody needs to find something that suits them next year. Right? Whether you're going to university or taking some time out, find something that inspires you and do all you can to achieve it. Work hard along the way, but make sure you have time for some fun at the same time. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. We often learn our most important lessons from mistakes we make. And it means you're probably out there trying something new when it happens. And finally, as you all go your separate ways, you might find it difficult to stay in touch with each other. That's just quite natural. You'll all have different interests, you'll make new friends, you'll all travel to different parts of the world and possibly stay there. But if that happens, after 1 year, or 10 years, or 50 years, please remember you'll always have Wallace in common. And if I could finish just by thanking the various committees who have worked so hard this year. I know it hasn't been the year that we hoped for in some respects. I'd also like to thank Zoe and Max and the senior prefect team for all their support this year. We're still hoping you'll have some kind of formal at the end of June. All right, and we'll keep working towards that. But it's been a real pleasure working with you. All right, and I hope you've enjoyed your time here. And certainly the next group that we take over.
Class of 2021. The year that stayed at home and wore face masks. The year that didn't have a Christmas pie and didn't sit an A-level exam. But that's not how we will remember you. You'll be remembered as the year that achieved great things. The year that didn't take yourselves too seriously. The year that teachers enjoyed teaching. The year that travelled around the world. The year that weren't strangers to a bit of drama. The year who gave generously. The year of talented musicians. The year who excelled in sport. The year who supported one another. The year that smiled. The year of close friendships. The year that made the happiest of memories. Class of 2021. The year that will be missed.